Welcome to the Double Shot Drone Podcast, hosted by Davy Kieran and Mike Berthold, two professional Florida drone pilots and entrepreneurs. We're live, Dave.
We're live again. Here we
Live
go.
again. You got that nice silhouette behind you.
Yeah, the place is a mess as usual.
So it looks like you had a pretty good day.
Oh, buddy, yeah. Where's my guy? He's
The pool guy?
Colonial Pool and Spa. Colonial Pool and Spa, and they want to do a time lapse of building a pool.
Oh, they want to do the time lapse. That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna do it with the still camera or the drone?
Oh, no. It'll be drone. That's why I was just going over some I actually Googled swimming pool time lapse videos, you know what I mean? And then you just watch some videos.
That's interesting.
A lot of them are from way back when, you know what I mean? I think when they put a camera on a post or
on the roof or something, right?
Yeah. But when you see these construction time lapses with a drone, let's say it's a big project, you know what I mean? Let's say it's like 10 acres or something like that. You hit the point of interest in the middle and you just send it in a circle, taking a photograph every 5 seconds, but the circle's going to take you 25 minutes.
Yeah, take it. Yeah, do a real small. Or
you just do a real slow and just let the drone, and then you go out there. I mean, like a big project, and you do it once a week or once every 2 weeks. You know what I mean? And you just send that out there every 20 minutes. So then you see the levels of the building going up like that there. And obviously you edit it and stitch it together, in post. But that's what I might consider doing with this guy. I mean, you get
have you talked to him about it already, or?
Buddy, I'm sitting in the car, I'm like driving along, and
I love this, man.
Guy's yelling and he's going like this here, and I'm like, have I got something hanging out the back of my truck or something, and I slow down a little bit and I put down the window and I'm like, what's up? And he's like, do you take aerial shots, man? Do you take aerial shots? He's hanging out the window and he's driving like this. I'm like, yeah, I take aerial shots, bro. And he's like, pull over. And I'm like, okay, I'll pull over. He's like, do you have a business card? And I'm like, looking in the rear view. I'm like, what? Pull over. So he let me go in front, and then I, drove like a little bit, and I pulled in a parking lot. I jumped out, and he's like, "Are you from New York?" And I'm like, I mean, seriously, just threw me.
Awesome. That is awesome.
He saw the bumper sticker, so
you got something in common.
We literally just spoke for like 10 minutes, and we talked about New York a little bit. And he's like, "Listen, I moved down here 4 years ago. I used to have my own company, pool installations." He goes, "Now I work for this guy over here," and he says, "We got to build a website." I looked at the website. There's some still photographs and stuff, nothing crazy.
Right.
He goes, "We want to build the website. We want to get something done." And he says, he goes, "I saw the bumper sticker. That was the first thing with the New York, And then he says, and then I pull up beside you and I see because I've gone through 2 sets of magnets, door magnets.
Yeah.
I told you this, right? 2 sets, because each time the passenger door magnet was stolen off my truck.
Dude, you need to come up with just vinyl graphics or something.
Well, that's what I have now. I went and I got
like mine. You saw mine, right?
Yeah, I saw yours. You mean
on my back window?
Yeah. But I got a little thing that just says FAA licensed drone pilot. You know what I mean? And it's got a drone logo on it. I got it online somewhere, and I put it on each side of my truck. It's about big, and he saw it, and he's and
Nice.
That's what it was. So. Otherwise he wouldn't have known, so
is that the first time that somebody's pulled you over, or
that's the first time somebody's pulled me over?
Really?
Yeah.
I've had several. I another one I didn't tell you about was right after Hurricane Ian up in Well, you heard about the one with the dock builder. I already told you
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Anyway, that's turned into a lucrative gig from him just pulling me over and saying, "Hey, can you do this and that for my docks?" But another guy pulled me over and he's like, "Hey, let's meet up in that church parking lot up there." And I was like, "What is?" I never even fathomed that he was looking at my graphics, and that turned into a gig up by Ocala, up way up there. But so you got pulled over. I got pulled over a couple times. So that gets me thinking. I'm like, should I do full freaking full wrap on my truck or when I get a new truck? I don't know
You
if I
getting a
want
new
to.
truck, Mike?
Well, I'm at 220,000 miles. I'm like, do I put money into it or do I, get another one? And
Do you lease or do you own?
I own it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I,
me
I,
too.
I don't have any payments.
I'm at about 195 right now myself, and just thinking of the same thing at the moment.
So anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to steal your thunder. Yeah, continue. That's
No,
awesome.
no, no,
That's a
that's
pool,
fine.
a pool manufacturer.
A pool builder, you know what I mean? And they don't
So
have a
you,
lot of stuff on their website, you know what I mean? But I'm sure you do one, they'd like to do more, you know what I mean? And then of course the client is always, you know, pick it up for $50, you know what I mean? The video of the time lapse of building their pool,
yeah, well, you know what? That's going to turn into more business with that guy. I know it will, because he's going to love it, man. He's going to be like, man, I want one of these on all my pools.
Well, that's the thing. He'll be able to show that to his clients, you know what I mean? And then it's
And
like the bigger
help him get the next job. Yeah.
again, he doesn't have a lot of information that I can pick from his website to tell me how big of projects that he does, you know what I mean? But, the bigger the project, he'll want a video of that one as opposed to the one that I did for him last week because that was a smaller pool, So,
Yeah.
um,
Cool.
and then again, the construction around here, as you mentioned earlier on today, there's so much.
It's insane.
It's
It's
insane.
insane.
There's so much going on. It's it's
Probably more so down by you, I would think. Just
yeah.
trying to build after Ian.
Well, there's a lot of construction. It's not necessarily well, there's a lot of construction. There's a lot of construction. Fort Myers is building, housing estates and it's just spreading out. You know what I mean? Where you drive out and it's a gated community, and then it's another gated community, and it's another gated community. And
So how far have you gotten on the mapping?
well,
Uh,
I haven't progressed beyond what I've done before,
I
but
haven't either.
I've
I'm about
gone over it.
50% done with it right now.
I've gone over it a few times, since, or not a few times, but I keep revisiting it. Like right now, I was listening to this guy, Carpentier again because he's very knowledgeable, and I've been listening to him for a while. As I say, I chipped into the $5 a month. You know what I mean? $5 a month. It's like, and you have access to all of the past classes and stuff like that there. And he's very
Nice.
knowledgeable. It's not like it's $100 and some dollars. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah. It's not Gina money,
yeah, no. I
brother.
wrote that email the other day. Um,
Hey, are you in Catapult as well?
no, dude,
Okay.
no. Catapult's do you know how much Catapult is? Yeah, you were there.
I heard it was more than, quite a bit.
Oh, it's like 17,000 it was.
Like, what am I going to do? Sell my boat to take Catapult?
Yeah,
Classes?
Catapult was like a $17,000 investment. So, that's out of my price
Well, how
range.
about they catapult me to where I want to be, and then I'll pay it.
Well, I don't think Catapult is where Catapult wants to be. You know what I mean? I
That's
think
why they want our money.
well, Listen, I mean, that isn't that how they do things these days? I mean, they take money and the Kickstarter things. I mean, they take your money and then they build it. They
By the
tell you,
way, did I ever tell you? I did a Kickstarter campaign.
you yourself. Yeah, I remember you did that.
See
You
this
told me.
shirt? Wet
Oh yeah, I
Dog?
know. I was supposed to get
I
one of those shirts. Yeah.
oh yeah, I keep reminding me, I'll get you one. This one is hold on, so I can show you the back. Let me know if you can see
Oh
the
no,
back.
you disappeared. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you. Yeah, no, you disappeared again.
You see the back?
No, because once these superimposed backdrop things that we have going on here, it's like,
Wait, you see it now?
no, I see half of it there. Yeah. Um.
I'll take my shirt off.
Yeah. There you go.
Anyway, yeah, keep reminding me. I
Oh,
definitely
dude, relax.
put your name on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the Kickstarter thing really, I mean, I earned like, it was like $3,000 or something like that.
Oh yeah.
The T-shirt line. I mean, and I had that T-shirt business for a while, and my wife's like, da da da, you can't make this thing happen, and by the time you're 50, you got to give it up. And I hit 50, and I wasn't making enough money on it, so she made me give it up. Anyway, got into drones, much more lucrative.
Yeah.
But
And then I also heard today that they're really pressing to shut down DJI as a
because it's Chinese.
Chinese. Yeah.
Who is the government?
Yep.
Well, they're
So
going to provide us with new drones then?
Well, no, they're not going to provide you with anything. They're just going to tell you that you can't fly, DJI drones in the United States.
I haven't heard that. I've been so busy.
Well, no, it's been going on for a while, but they seem to be ramping up. There's a couple of senators, whoever, who are just like, the Chinese are spying.
Well, when you think about it, we are mapping the United States for China. Right?
Well, I mean,
I don't know what they're going to do with that info.
I mean, are we mapping it for them, or are we mapping it for ourselves? You mean, like, are they reading my drone? You mean,
I have no idea. Are they?
They're reading your cell phone every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Big brother.
It's like you can't panic about that. You know what I mean?
No,
So anyway, but there's room for Kickstarters there.
So what would you use the Kickstarter for then?
Build a drone.
Build an American drone?
There you go.
That works as well as the DJI?
We're so far behind the Chinese when it comes to that technology. I mean, it would take forever.
I can't believe that. I mean, we're like the leaders in technology, I thought.
No. I mean, don't we buy everything from China?
Well, yeah, that's our trade agreements. Our screwy trade agreements.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not cost effective to build it in the United States. That's the problem. Like everything in the United States.
There's a guy that figured it out. Do you ever hear Giant? It's a clothing manufacturer that figured out how to manufacture his clothing, cool shorts, shirts, all that, pants in the United States, made by everything, the buttons, the zippers, everything, all the hardware is all American made. He's figured it out. I heard him on the Mike Rowe podcast. I can't think of the name of the guy, but I know the company's name is Giant, which is like, okay, that's a cool name. But there's this other company called Bird Dog. You ever hear Bird Dog shorts?
Yeah.
They're like $68 for these shorts, and they have like a liner in them. I want to get some, but I'm like, shit.
I mean, listen,
them or do I get,
clothing is one thing, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a sewing machine and a spool of thread. My father was in the clothing business for 100 years, bro. 100 years.
Really?
Yeah, he used to have like 4 or 5 factories back in the day. Yeah.
In Derry, Ireland?
100% in Derry. Derry was a very big manufacturing, and you'd go in there and there'd be tables. Not to deviate the conversation here, but there'd be tables like 50 feet long, like stacks of cloth like this with the stencil on top of it, and you draw around the stencil, and then you get the big
Cutter?
sawzall blade would be hanging on a rubber band type of thing. It would come down and zzz,
Really?
and you cut it around. But my father, I'm telling you, dude, this is back in the day. My father would go to work, and he'd be working with his suit jacket and his tie on in the factory. I mean, not, like remember Tom
Wow.
Landry? Remember Tom Landry,
Yeah,
the Dallas
yeah.
Cowboy manager?
Yeah.
Like going to work with, that's what you did
Full
back in the
suit
day.
and
You worked-
tie. Yeah.
yeah. But I would always get shirts, like sample shirts, where the sleeve was the sleeve was sewn on backwards. You know what I mean? So I'd be going to school with like the thing with the back panel will be upside down or something like that.
You got
know?
hand-me-downs from your dad.
Like,
It's
yeah,
factory.
but I had all sorts of patterns, like paisley patterns and maps
Oh
of the
my
world
God.
and everything. I'd be going to work. I'd be going to school.
Mix and match. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't you go into that business?
Because I came to the United States at 17 years old.
Really?
Well,
At
listen,
17?
my father didn't want to get into that business. My father was the youngest of like 11 kids, and he was sent away to boarding school at like 8 or 9 years old, and like wasn't even expected to come home for Easter and summer and Christmas and stuff. He was just sent away. Like, we'll see you in 10 years type of thing. You know what I mean? So,
Really? Hold on, I gotta plug in. Hold on.
but
My dog unplugged my computer.
oh dear.
I got like 7% left. Cool. That's, yeah, we'll have to do another podcast where we find out our background. Once
History.
once we get popular, people might want to know about us. But for
I
now,
spoke
we
to
just
I
want
spoke to Kestner the other day, and I told him we were talking about him, and
yeah. We got to get him on.
he said I'd love to come on. You know.
Okay. Yeah, he texted me. He's like, I heard you guys were talking about me. I'd love to talk to you guys. And I didn't get it. I was gonna call him today. I'm like, hey Dave, if you have time, can you come on our podcast, or YouTube channel, whatever we're doing? And
What are we called?
I like drone sense.
Drone Sense.
Yeah. Because then at the end we can say, and that's our 2 drone cents.
And that's our 2 drone cents for the day.
That's our 2 cents, our 2 drone cents.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get 100 of these done, and we'll come up with
We get a name.
a name. I showed your suggestions to my wife, and they didn't trip her trigger.
No, I
No.
don't even remember what I put down anymore. But hey, listen, whatever.
We'll come up with something.
Yeah.
But so yeah, Dave would be a good.
Yeah,
You
he's working on some mapping
He was doing some LiDAR, wasn't he?
LiDAR, excuse me. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Because he found a guy that owns a LiDAR drone and all the equipment, but he just doesn't have a lot of jobs, I guess.
Well,
So
Dave and his nephew, apparently, we'll get this from him when he comes on. Dave and his nephew apparently used to fly some drones and do some work prior to Sky Eye and all of that stuff, you know. They
really?
had some type of an idea that they were going to do some business. And then, it didn't work out for them. The nephew went one way, Dave went the other way. And then Dave bumped into Sky Eye Network and then got back into it again. And then has since then, hooked up with his nephew again, who works with this company that is doing apparently some big projects. And now him and Dave have started collaborating again, and he's brought Dave in, and Kestner is learning, from the bottom up, basically,
Nice.
and potentially working for the company rather than working his own company.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, but again, if somebody's going to pay you X amount of dollars a month, and bonuses and all of that stuff, and put you through school to learn and use their equipment and all of that stuff, that's a win-win if you ask me.
Oh,
you know,
absolutely.
as long as you're not married to them for 10, 20, 30 years, you know. It's like, what's the, you know, this day and age, bro, like years are flying by, you know what I mean?
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Okay, so what was your high this week? And what was
Uh,
your low? Or last week? What was your high and what was your low?
my high of the week was
Maybe we should, maybe that's a thing we should do on every podcast. What's your high and what's your low?
well, you know,
Do that.
I think I had a couple of highs this week. I did a real estate shoot for myself, my own business, you know, because I get the leads from that other company I was telling you about, California company I called. I usually get leads from them, but I got one for myself that I did on Tuesday last week. And I got paid from a job that I did. When was that? When did Joe? I got paid for a job that I did like 2 or 3 weeks ago. You know what I mean? Like $325. You know what I mean? From a real estate agent that I'd done, again, mine, not from California company. And then I did a little photo shoot for a couple of friends of mine for their 1 year wedding anniversary,
That's
which
right. Yeah, you said
yeah,
that. That's
which
cool.
really turned out pretty well. I was very happy with the results. Yeah.
That's always cool.
And they were over the moon. They were ecstatic about the results. So
What was your low?
driving up and down 75 to Naples, you know that's going to be my standard low every week, is driving on 75 up and down to Naples. I just hate that stretch of road, bro. I hate it.
I
I got to
bet.
do it tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning, you know.
I'd
I,
have to say, I'd have to say my high was probably meeting that Tanya, that lady that lost her son
yeah.
to suicide, and then she asked me to do the drone footage of her it was like a ruck, like a walk or run. It was a 5K run or walk to bring awareness to the soldiers that
Suicide
commit
in
suicide
yeah.
every 22 minutes. And um that was pretty cool. She met me doing the flag ceremony when I was doing the drones and stuff at the Bay Pines Cemetery during Memorial Day. So that was cool. And anyway, so Saturday I did that event, and I got to meet the sergeant major of the amphibious Marine battalion,
Wow.
who was there, big strapping guy, and we talked about his wartime stat, in Afghanistan, and our, we're both veterans and all that. So had a little commonality there, but he found out that I was the drone pilot, and he's like, "Look, man, can I have your card? I want to do like some training videos with my soldiers, and I think the drone would be the way to do it. So that was
God, yeah,
pretty
you didn't
cool.
tell me that. That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of time to talk that time, but yeah, that was cool. So but also too, getting a hug from Tanya that put this whole event on. It was the first annual event of its. I don't have the actual name of the event.
Yeah.
When I
Yeah.
edit this stuff, I'll put it. Where is this? Where's my hand? I'll put it right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty cool, and there were a few other moms there that lost their sons and stuff. So, and there were some honor groups there that you know, find out about events like this, and they do the walk, and it's all about awareness. And it was at Gateway Baptist Church in St. Petersburg, Florida, and they had a little party afterwards and everything, a raffle, and they had food and everything. And I took a ton of video, a ton of drone
Yeah.
clips, a ton of drone photos. So I think I'm gonna put together like a minute long video, and I'm gonna offer it to her, and
Sure.
you know, feels good, feels good to do stuff like that for people.
Yeah.
Then my low, I just have to say my low, not really. I had a really good week. My low is just missing my kids, they're and my wife, they're up in the Poconos, in Pennsylvania at summer camp. And,
Got a ways to go though, right?
they got 6 more weeks. Yeah. So I didn't think I thought, oh, wow, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna, bachelor for the summer, but it really kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you don't realize how connected you are to your family until
Of course. Yeah.
they're away. But my brother, he comes over now and then. He'll cook dinner, or we'll cook dinner together. And like on Saturday, we paddled. We did Caladisi, did a nice paddle there. I think we got 3 more minutes, um, which would be cool. Get you up here sometime, or maybe we'll go down there. There's some great paddling in Ding Darling Refuge.
Ding darling. Yeah.
Ding Darling, that back there. Yeah.
It's like 3 minutes from my old house on Sanibel. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And was it Pine Island? There's some great paddling over there.
I have a job on
Mazeppa.
Pine Island. When I in the next couple of days, I'm supposed to be going to Pine Island.
Yep. Have you
Yeah.
ever taken that boat that over to Kayakasta?
No.
Over there, we used to go camping over there.
Yeah.
We would.
No, yeah, I've wanted to. It's beautiful. Yeah.
We when the kids were really small. I mean, I'm talking like 2 and 3 years old. We camped out on Kayakasta, and we took that ferry and went over there and camped. It was
Yeah,
pretty cool.
I wanted to go out there and do a because there's no lights and everything, right? It's like a
No, it's no light because of the turtles.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I want to go out there and do
Oh, you should. You should do a like a video montage or something.
what do you call it? The
Twilight?
lights in the sky. What do you call it? The yeah, stars.
The light, yeah, the stars. Yeah.
No, not the aurora borealis. The
I didn't say that.
the band of lights that you see at night.
Oh yeah, okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
The galaxy, yeah. The
No,
Milky Way?
Milky Way. Thank you. Yeah, the Milky Way.
The
my
comet?
God.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You see the Milky Way? You never see the Milky Way? I used to
Oh
see the
yeah.
Milky.
I
Yeah,
actually have an app on my phone. I can point it anywhere.
Yeah, I have it. I have
Earth,
it.
you can see the stars. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. No, I got all that. I mean, no,
Yeah.
but I mean when you're out there in the dark, because
Oh, you see it. Yeah.
On Sanibel, there's no street lights either. So where I was, we were in we backed out onto the bayou right there, and you go out there in the middle of the night. I mean, but Sanibel, again, it's like the bugs on Sanibel are absolutely unforgiving, bro. Unforgiving. And there's no word of a lie. I went to the hardware store. I went to Home Depot and I bought one of those zip up painters white outfits,
You got 1 minute.
and I put the thing over my head, and I got my goggles, my snorkeling goggles too. No word of a lie, dude. And I sprayed my hands and tied my socks to over my thing, and I would sit out there at night and just sit and watch the Milky Way. I mean,
Wow.
pitch black, absolutely pitch black. You know what I mean? Amazing.
All right. And that's our 2 cents.
That's our
No,
2 cents
That's
for
our
this week.
2 drone cents. How's that?
No sense. 2 drone cents this week.
All right, Davey, have a good night.
Good. See you, brother.
think-
You be
I
good.
think I think this is our fourth or 5th video, right? Maybe.
All right. So touch base with Kestner and see if he wants to jump on next week
Absolutely.
or
Absolutely.
on the next one, whenever it is.
And then we'll go through the Sky Network.
Yeah.
James, Adam. Who I really want to talk to is the dude in San Diego, Snapfly.
Oh, Chris.
Besides Kestner and Novak and all those guys, he bought me. I think you too. He bought us breakfast over there at the BizCon in Lake Tahoe.
No, I didn't. He didn't buy me breakfast.
Yeah,
no.
he bought me breakfast, and then James Fernandez bought me breakfast the next day. And I'm like, wait, guys, stop. I can buy my own breakfast.
That's awesome. No, me and Kestner went to breakfast every morning. We went to Heidi's.
You went
go
where?
to Heidi's?
Where? No, where was that?
Heidi's was off campus, like downtown Lake Tahoe. You know, we get in the car and we drove like a couple miles down the road to Heidi's, a breakfast
Oh
place.
no, we got 7 seconds. We were inside the hotel there.
Yeah.
All right, Davey, have a good one.
You too, buddy. I'll see you
Bye.
later.
Yep.
Bye.
End meeting for all. Can you hear me, Dave?
Gone.
Okay, I'm gonna end. Check out Mike's website at getflightimagery.com and his Instagram at flight_imagery. That's FLIGHT_IMAGERY. Check out Davy at arrowvisionmedia.com. Also check out his Instagram at AERO_VISION_MEDIA. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you next episode.